And you're still watching TVC News. More than 20% of Nigerian women experience some form of physical violence before age 15, and the act is not declining. Now, a non-governmental organization, Women Advocates Research and Documentation Center, with support from the joint EU-UN Spotlight Initiative, embarked on a peace walk to the Lagos House of Assembly to call for the elimination of violence against women and girls. Ayoyimika Adeni reports.
A recent study by the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development and the United Nations Population Fund Nigeria found out that 28% of Nigerian women aged 25 to 29 have experienced some form of physical violence at the age of 15. An NGO, Women Advocates Research and Documentation Center, marched the streets to demand that more needs to be done to put an end to violence against women and girls.
We feel that it's important for the State House of Assembly, as part of their oversight function, to ensure that they increase budget to support the fund for women. About a week ago, the government had submitted the budget for 2021, to the House. It's for them to be able to ask the right questions and also to be able to get the executive to make a budget in a manner that will address issues of fund for sexual assault and referral centers, issues of shelter, ensuring that we have a Lagos State hotline that is effective, that can respond to gender-based violence issue.
They ended the march at the Lagos Assembly, where the Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, received them. Mr. Obasa calls for public support in educating children early.
We must not limit this effort to the public alone. I think this should start with our schools, most especially right from primary school to secondary school. And the girls, the young girls, while they were reciting their, poem, and don't touch my breast, don't touch my bum, don't touch. This is a great awareness.
As the government tries to put an end to gender-based violence, some share opinions on how this can be achieved.
We don't have prescribed forms. There's an absence of prescribed form how an action could be brought to court. If a victim, a woman, for instance, who is a victim of violence, can actually go to court, or in particular, go to maybe a health center, pick up this form, take it to the court, and is able to fill it out, even online, download the form online, then we'll be able to bring an action to court, and it will be able to protect more women without necessarily the bottleneck of having to look for a lawyer and all of that.
With voices all over the world calling for an elimination of violence against women and girls, many hope Nigeria is among the first countries to achieve this. Ayoyimika Adeni, TVC News, Lagos.